Just get started. I always let people know what we do. Agent Tech Mastery teaches agents and brokers how to save time and get more repeat and referral business. And this training that I do all the time, you'll see tons of free webinars and videos and tech tips for agents. And it really is about answering one question. How can agents fix messed up systems and build a streamlined business that saves you 10 or more hours a week and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars or more in missed income and lost deals? And if you want to know the answer, you're in the right place. This is 100% free to subscribe, follow, like our content, and obviously share with other agent pals. And today we are talking about, are you ready? We're going to talk about top apps to get you ahead of the competition. And it really is true. Like, some apps are life-changing. I cannot live without some of these apps, and some are just fun apps, but let's get started. So first off, I know a lot of you guys know who I am already, but some of you, maybe it's your first webinar with me. And I'll just tell you a little bit about why I'm here talking about apps for agents. I've gained a really unique knowledge over the last many decades in information technology. Stuff you love or you hate, I probably love, right? I've worked for decades on how email servers integrate with wireless devices and email software, how cloud storage works when it came out, I don't even know now, 12, 14, 15 years ago, and how things should be seamless and integrated. And it really is, once your systems are set up properly, all the stresses, most of the stress is gone with technology. And I can really help in any industry, but I focus on real estate agents, and I know your market, I know your jargon, and I know your issues because, first of all my clients now are agents for the last decade or so, but my husband is a real estate agent. So way back, and when he became an agent in 2008, I started looking at all his stuff, and I was like, why are you using a Yahoo account? Why are your devices not set up so you can access everything? Why aren't you keeping in touch with your clients consistently? And why are you spending, at that time, he was spending money on lead gen. And like, why? You're not even keeping in touch with your past clients. Why are you spending money on lead gen? Anyhow, I didn't like any of his answers. So I started looking at ways to streamline him, and that's really now all I do. And Terry's, every year that is his best year ever. So all it is consistent growth, always. It's never, we're never, I know a lot of agents have this, right? So let's get started. That's why I'm here. Let me just show you Terry, if you ever see him. That's my lovely husband, Terry. And we usually talk about 4 steps of fixing your systems. That's another webinar. I'm doing that in a couple months again, but I have a webinar on my website you can always watch. So let's talk about apps today. So there are a million apps. There really are at least a million apps. Again, the ones, Ray put it in the chat, the ones that I truly cannot live without are in our top agent apps page. But I'm going to cover, I can't cover a million apps, obviously. I'm going to cover the ones I really like. I'd love, love, love to hear from you, ones that you cannot live without. Because if you tell me that and I go look at it, I would change this presentation and show you, because I'd add it and I'd look it up. So please let me know, put in the chat if you got a favorite app that you just can't live without. Okay. Okay. So also we have a page called streamlinedagents.com. I'll give it to you again at the end, but Ray is going to put the link in the chat. And this really is where you can join our Facebook group. You can book a meeting with me. You can have me speak at your brokerage. It would be awesome. Okay. So please feel free to go there and let's get started. So first, I get this out of the way because, and it's kind of interesting times because not everybody is doing open houses and like the way that you used to do them, but it's still really important to talk about being safe while you're at an open house. And this lovely woman, Meredith Shooter, she is a Canadian agent, and she started this company, Protect. And it really is all around agent safety. It's worth your time Googling that and finding out the app, because what happens is it's like you put a circle of friends or people that, and you say, you're going to be here at this location. And it doesn't really, yeah, love her, right? Yep. It doesn't really matter if it could be you're on a date, right? And you're not sure about that guy or whatever, but it could be an open house. Oh, I said that guy, it could be that girl too. So what it is you put I think it's your 6 people, and you say, you can hit a button and it notifies everybody if you're in trouble. It does way more than that, but it really is worth going to look at her app. And it's My Protect app. So she says, power up your safety, alert your circle, and do your thing so you feel safe. And it really is worth it. And it's an interesting, she's an agent still, but she also has created this app. And I can't remember how many years ago now. It's probably like 5 years ago that she was doing an open house, and she was just closed up, just put, I think locked the door. And did they come in the back? Can't remember, but 2 guys came in, and thankfully it ends well, but they came in to do something bad. And she was really lucky that somebody showed up. I guess let's say the open house closed at 4. A family showed up at like 4:02 and tried to see if the open house was open, and they noticed something was wrong. And the fellow went around the back and saw what was happening, and then the guys fled. So it's a horrible story that, she wasn't hurt, but that scared her enough to start thinking about agent safety. So My Protect app, check it out. It's awesome. Okay. All right. Another one is Ring. And this is, I can tell you just from personal experience. Does anyone use Ring doorbell or something similar? Ring, I'm going to say we probably used it for, I don't know, a decade. And we move a lot. Every time we leave the Ring with the current home, and then we buy a new one for our new home. And it really does. If we travel, when we traveled, we will be able to travel again. But if we're in Hawaii or Mexico or Europe, and someone comes into the Ring area where we've configured it, that we get notified immediately, and we can say, hey, if it's a person, we can say, hey, just leave the package there, or whatever. You can talk to them. It's so cool. And honestly, I did a video. Let's just see if it works. But it senses motion. You can speak to them. And you know what, you guys, here's a tip. It's a fantastic closing gift for your clients. If you're thinking about what should I get them, Ring doorbell. Unbelievable. Okay. So I did this little video. Let's see. I don't know. I was having problems playing. Oh, good. Okay. So we were actually, this is before COVID, you guys, we were traveling, and we got notification that someone was at our front door, and we're in a kind of secure area where they have to get an elevator up. And we're like, well, who's at the door? Well, it was just a worker, but we could easily have said, hey, what are you doing? Right? It's so cool. Anyone else use something like Ring doorbell? I would never, ever, ever live anywhere without this, because it makes me feel safe and secure, and you can talk to the people and you can see what's going on. And if you have kids, you can see when the kids come and go, right? There's some added benefits to that. All right. Okay. So love, 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 love Ring doorbell. Okay. Another app that is quite interesting. Now, I got in when it was free. There was a free version. I am not sure. I think it's $5 now, but it's called Pray Project, which I don't even know why it's called that. But what it does is you can have all your devices linked to Pray. And if you've lost your phone or your computer, you just go log on and you say it's lost, and it'll start doing some interesting things, which I'll show you in a minute. Let me just see, Arnold, you said use Nest, but the Wi-Fi issue, that one does not inspire great confidence. Oh, interesting. So yeah, you do have to have, like, we have no problem with the Wi-Fi side of things and how it's connected. Some of these, like, I know that some of them you can connect directly if you have wiring in your home. We don't on any of ours. We haven't done it directly. We've never had a problem, but that is an interesting thing you have to look at, right? Okay, so let's talk about Pray. So this is a really horrible picture of me, which you'll see. Oh, did I have it on here? Hold on. This is really horrible, but I really should redo this, because what Pray does is similar to what Find My Phone does on Apple, and Android has its own version of it as well. But what Pray does now, oh, I did update this. Okay, so the personal plan is $5 US a month, and it's 3 devices, and the home plan is for 10 devices. So it is really cool. And let me show you this really horrible picture I took to do demo purposes for you guys. So this is what happens. So if someone takes your computer, your phone, whatever device they take, and you can actually, because most devices now have cameras, right? You actually can say it's lost or stolen, and opens up this thing that the thief, in this case, this is me looking really horrible. It tells you where they are by GPS location. It takes a picture of the front and the back if the camera allows. And obviously it shows the thief because they're looking at the camera. Like, how cool is that? So Prey Project I do use, and I double check every once in a while that it's up and running. I have a little reminder probably every month to just go make sure, because I noticed when I needed it, it wasn't connected anymore. So double check that. Maybe they've updated their software. I'm not really sure, but that's pretty cool, right? But, you know, at the very least, if you don't use Prey Project, please turn on Find My Phone or Find My iPad, Find My iPhone, Find My iPad, or your Android version of that, because it does similar things, okay? And those are free, if that makes sense, okay? Because what will happen if you've turned that on and you lose your device, you log on to the Android site or the Samsung site or the iCloud site, and you just say, it's kind of same, lost my device. It can make a bunch of noise. The Prey Project noise scares the living hell out of me when I do it. It's like, oh my goodness, when I test it, it's different because it does this really loud. It always scares me because there's a little delay when I'm showing people. So Prey Project is pretty cool, but Find My Phone is also cool, and the Android app as well. All right, let's keep going. Next up is passwords. Now, on my link under agenttechmastery.com and /apps, the link that Ray put up there, and I think I asked Ray also to put up the streamlined agents, which I don't think you did yet. With the link to that, I believe you get a deal, but honestly, it's not that expensive. And I can say truthfully that RoboForm has changed my life. Okay, it is an unbelievable tool. And yes, there's lots of password keepers out there, but a password keeper is not writing stuff down on a spreadsheet, on a notes, on your contact records, because the thieves know on your notes. The thieves know that. Okay, so please, please, please don't be doing that. Now with RoboForm, people always say to me, okay, Darcy, but how secure is it? Well, it's way more secure than the way you're probably doing it. They have encryption. They've got, there's one master passcode that you have to remember. And then I literally keep everything inside RoboForm: registration keys, logons, different credit cards that I use. So when I go to pay for something, I say, oh, I'm using my personal one for this and this address, and I'm buying something for my mom, I have her credit card and her address. It's like unbelievable for credit cards and information like that. We literally use it for everything. So RoboForm, hands down, best app ever. I don't know what I'd do without it. Okay. And yes, there are other ones. There's lots of other ones. There's LastPass and OnePass, but my favorite is RoboForm. And you'll get to know me if you're new, is that anything that I ever look at, talk to, discuss has to have excellent support. Okay. And Google, oh yeah, Jim, Google saves passwords. Yeah. So I don't love that. So Google saves passwords. Any browser will save your passwords if you've got it configured to do so. And usually by default, they are configured to do so. I do not recommend that, because that's another thing that if someone's going to, they know that, a thief knows that, and they will go look it up. And so I love Google, but I would not recommend that. I would still use a software like RoboForm. Business plan for RoboForm, I'm not sure, but you know, it's funny because it's so great. I don't even know. I paid my last time for 5 years, and I think it was $100. I literally just renewed it for 3 years on the personal plan because I want to buy a family or business plan, and I had to kind of time it when everybody else's was up. And I think I paid, I don't even know. I think it was $90, $60. I don't even know. I would just pay it because I love their service. So check out RoboForm. Absolutely fantastic. Some of these other ones, I haven't used this recently. So for open house tools, but I know I'd love to actually know what your what your thoughts are if you use Open Home Pro. I put this up here because back in the day I looked at it and it looked fantastic, and Terry was using it at that time. I don't know if he uses it anymore, but does anyone have any experience with Open Home Pro? I believe their fees are still around $20-$25 a month. Businessman, can you refer me and get 6 months free? Just go to the link, Ray, maybe put the link directly and give it to Arnold. Because it is a link that's an affiliate link and you do get a discount, but I honestly don't know the pricing of their plans totally for all the different ones. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Oh, you have used it, Phil. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Terry doesn't use it anymore, but so some of the CRMs will also have a version of something similar when people should sign in, right? You want to be really careful about that. I know we got kind of, someone came into open house and at that time we weren't having them sign in and they stole some things and it cost Terry a lot of money, and there was other people there, but you can't follow everybody around, right? So it is good if you make people sign in, but yeah, they can have fake IDs and fake emails. So there's ways around it, I'm sure. But what it does is after each open house, they'll send a professional follow-up email containing your contact information. I believe they have sequences as well. Okay, so it's pretty cool. If you're looking for some tool like that, check out Open Home Pro. Okay, so are you ready? This is one of the things I think that there's a lot of talk about what should you do about online reviews. So do you let clients find spots to review you just however that whatever they use on Facebook, on Google, on Yelp, on, I don't know, Yellow Pages, on whatever they want to do to review you? Or do you direct the clients to where you want them to review? And I'll tell you that we had a lot of discussion about this back. I'm trying to remember when we started directing people. We directed people, when I say we, it's Terry, and then I tell everybody how successful things are, and hopefully you take our advice because he's my guinea pig for everything. So basically, we looked at a tool called Rank My Agent, and we said, you know what, because people were sending Terry testimonials by writing, and he would copy and paste it and put it in his website, and how that's manual work. And then there was some people would just find whatever and put it on Google, do it on Facebook. So it was like random reviews in all these different spots. So we decided to focus it into one. And so that is our opinion, is that it has been unbelievably successful. Okay. So this is an older one. I think Terry's at 80 reviews now using Rank My Agent. And there are different third-party ranking tools for sure. Why we use Rank My Agent, and this is Canadian. There's on my website, again, under that apps portion, I also talk about, I think we've got some American friends here, the American one. Whatever one you use, I think you want to make sure that it links with your MLS. Okay, so one of the beautiful things about this is that this is on MLS, that it actually shows the ranking. So if it doesn't show your Facebook reviews on MLS, this is linked directly to MLS. Okay, so we haven't done the gross commission for 2020 yet, but for 2019, Terry's gross commission from Rank My Agent was $50,000. And he said, we had this discussion last week because we have to go back and figure out what it is for last year. And he said, oh, it's way more than that. So does it work? Absolutely. Okay. Like I cannot, and there is a point in time when you ask for those testimonials as well, right? You want to do it before anything goes haywire, right? And so Rank My Agent is awesome. Again, their support is phenomenal. This one is a Canadian company, and I've gotten to know the founder just because I liked it so much and I started talking to her. Okay, I know I live for this one, and I just sent him a referral. Oh, Phil, thank you. Terry's in the Okanagan. If you want referrals this way, that's awesome. And he is awesome. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, and Rank My Agent. And some of the brokerages, you guys, also is included in your fees, this Rank My Agent one. So double check. I know a lot about Remax, but I know other brokerages as well. But because Terry's Remax, I know that Rank My Agent was included in his brokerage fees. So just double check. And it's, who cares? Like it's $20 a month or whatever it is. Again, there's a link in under apps for that one, because again, I reached out to her and I said, this is amazing. I want to tell agents about it. And you get a bit of a discount. And I think it's $100 a year. I might be wrong, $120 a year. I don't know the prices of things because they change, but something like that. But come on, 50 grand, $100 a year, 120 a year, even if it was $1,000 a year, who cares, right? $10 a month. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Phil. Awesome. So it really, really is worth your while, I think. So again, Rank My Agent. Oh, you get 15% off their annual package if you mention my name or Darci Talks. That was my old website, but it still works. And then on the US one, it is Real Satisfied. If you see me looking at two spots, because I have two monitors, if you don't have two monitors, here's another tip. You will never be able to live again without two monitors. When I travel now, I have to look at my, I don't travel now, but when I traveled and I look at my little laptop, I hate it. I hate it because I'm so used to doing two monitors. So Real Satisfied, the trouble is it doesn't integrate with Google ranking solutions. So I don't know a lot about how that all works, but I know that Real Satisfied links with your MLS, right? With realtor.com. So, and it maybe they also integrate with Google. I don't know. So that's something you'd have to talk to them about. Oh, and realsatisfied.ca. I don't know that particular, I can't know everything about all apps. I really focus on Rank My Agent because we started using that. I love their customer service. I love also what's kind of cool. I'll actually show you guys this, okay? Because it's worth showing you. Let me do, Terry's got a couple sites because we are now in Kelowna, Kelowna.homes. I'll just show you how much easier it is when you do something like this, because I think all the ones, Real Satisfied, Rank My Agent, any of those other ones, they have what we call widgets. So if we go to Client Love, Testimonials, gosh, I hope it works. Live stuff. You can see what we did is we put a widget on the site. So Terry doesn't have to anymore go and, oh, I got to remember to copy and paste that text review or that review onto the site. We put a widget and it pulls however many, I think we say the last 5 reviews we want on here. Yeah, something like 5 reviews. So he doesn't have to go and manually do anything. So that's cool, right? So that's called a widget if you didn't know. And you don't know, you don't have to know how to do it. All you have to do is read, like go do this, grab the code, talk to your website provider saying, if you don't know how to do it, to say, put it on here, and that's it, done. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. And would you say Real Satisfied is an auto post to social media? Oh, cool. So I don't know. Let's go back to these guys. Rank My Agent. I will be finding out more interesting. I actually had a meeting with Rank My Agent this week, but it got canceled for various reasons, and with the owner, because I wanted to know they're updating it, and I'm going to guess that they're going to do some posts, auto post to social media. They're updating a bunch of cool things. And so I don't have anything else to tell you about it yet, but I will post it on my social platforms when I get a meeting with her in the next couple of weeks. Okay, perfect. Please, please, please use third-party testimonials. They're awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, video and photo editors. Are you ready? So I know everybody's heard of BombBomb, right? Am I right? Everybody's heard of BombBomb. I don't mind BombBomb. I think it's great. I think any video interaction is phenomenal. I'm a little disappointed in certain things of BombBomb. They haven't updated things for a long time. And I keep going in like, oh, it looks the same, but you know, it is what it is. But BombBomb is, I think it's phenomenal to be able to use BombBomb. You're out and about, or you're swinging by a house to look at it for a client, and you literally could show the house, say, I'm at the house, this is what the front looks like, it's great, or whatever. And then it's this video email. So it is phenomenal in that respect. And I do think people respond better to videos, right, than text, right? So BombBomb is awesome. So check it out. That is a version of video email. Love it. Love it for that. You also can do a bunch of other things, which I think are not as easy as they could be. Like you could do some, we do in BombBomb, we do videos, like we send 18 videos of how to sell your home. So for sellers, right, they get these videos, and we do it all through BombBomb. So it's in this sequential set of emails, just like a CRM will have drip campaigns. BombBomb has kind of like drip campaigns. and we use it for that. But it was a little bit of a pain to set up. It's not intuitive, but once you do it, it's done, right? So there are kind of some cool things that you can do with BombBomb. Okay, recording and screenshots. I actually put a whole page just about Loom. So I think I'm going to come back to Loom because it's so cool. But I'll talk to you, well, maybe I'll talk about it now. Okay, so if you want to do recordings or screenshots or snippets of what you're doing and sending it to somebody, right? There's Loom is, I'll talk about that in a minute, but on any Windows PC, and most people don't know this. So if you don't know about it, you should go find it because it's a free tool that does snippets. And so it's called Windows Snipping Tool. So just, go into your search and type snipping, it'll be there, add it to your taskbar, and then you can, I can't tell you how often I use Loom for everything. And I'll show you in a minute how that works, but Loom is awesome. I'm going to come back to it because I actually have a whole slide on that. Ray, can you remind me to change this slide up, remove Loom from here and just talk about Loom? Because Phil, right? Phil says he loves Loom and it is amazing. So I'll talk about that by itself. Mac preview software also does something like this. There's another app called Jing that does something like that. Like there's lots of great tools out there to do snippets and small recordings. Okay, really, really, really fantastic. Photo editing, like this one, another photo editing tool, PicMonkey. So I grabbed off the internet the NAR image, and then literally, I'm going to tell you, it maybe took me 30 seconds to put a flower on there and change the background. Just kind of, cool editing software. This one can be done on a computer. So some you can do on phones and some you can do on a computer. A lot of times I prefer computer stuff because it's easier to do because it's the bigger screen, but there's some really cool apps for phones too. So PicMonkey, there's a free version and of course a paid version. Okay. Photo editing. If you have not heard about Canva, I don't know where you've been because Canva has been around for, oh my gosh, a long time. And I do think it's probably the premier photo editing, GIF editing. I use the paid version. The free version is fine for most agents, but you literally, if you're trying to figure out how to do a YouTube banner, because they're all different sizes, you can search for YouTube banner or a Facebook banner or whatever, any different specific sizing. It is phenomenal. Okay. Love, love, love Canva. And I'm sure you guys have all heard of it, but if you haven't, you might want to check that out. Again, I pay for stuff that I think is awesome. I have the paid version of Canva. And now my all-time favorite new-ish app. See this? Okay. So this app is called Wordle, and I'm sorry, it's only for Apple devices. I don't know an equivalent for Android. I looked, I can't see anything. Let me know if you're an Android user and you have something similar. But basically, this is literally a picture of Terry. He did have the sparklers on his hands, but I did this in, again, 30 seconds on the Wordle app. I imported his picture. I put the sparkles. I could have put fire or flooding or whatever. I've done so many fun things. Like even with, I have a little nephew who like little boys. I was like 5. He likes, weird stuff. He was on the toilet, so I made the floor all water, and I made steam coming out, the end. And he loved this little picture because I did it in like, again, 30 seconds because it was just so fun. So you can do fun stuff. This is obviously business. We made the sparklers go. And I had one here that I did a while ago for this one too. I did this really fast. So I did this really fast and I screwed up. I didn't have the logo over far enough, but literally that's water. You could put fire, or you could do a ton of stuff. Okay. Like a ton of really cool stuff. All right. And then look at this. I did this one for Halloween. And so again, maybe took me 30 seconds. I just there was a Halloween part of Wordle, and you just add the little things you want, someone's head being poked out and the spiders coming down and the little monster hand grabbing them. Like it's this really, really fun and cool app, and easily to post up to social media as well. So check out Wordle. Again, it's my absolute new favorite photo app. Love, love, love it. Okay. Now Loom does deserve talk on its own, right, Phil? It does. So Loom is, and I'm just going to show you you'll see how I use Loom every single day. Okay. I cannot tell you. I have the paid version. So yours, again, I'm happy to pay for apps when they work, and I want the full version. So I literally have personal stuff I want to keep. I have all these different things. Like you can see, I did one an hour ago. I did one 2 days ago. I almost use this every single 3 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 9 days ago, almost use this every single day. And basically what I do is I have an assistant and I'm trying to show him. It's always better to show people when things aren't working, right? If you're having problems with, I don't know, whatever, you just show people. So you turn on Loom, you can have your nice little video in there or your image or nothing. And then you just say, this is the problem. This is what's happening. Or in oh, Phil, I'd love to know how you use it in real estate. But anyway, I remember Terry telling me that he had a client that was looking at this amazing house. And he says, I really want to look at it. And Terry did a Loom video and showed that the house was literally next door to the dump. He said, do you really want to live here? And he did this Loom video, and you can show people like mapping and stuff. So if anyone is using Loom, I'd love to know how you're using it, because it is an amazing, amazing app. The free version limits you to 5 minutes of video. So I upgraded for various reasons. I wanted folders to throw things in that I'm keeping forever. I do longer videos than 5 minutes, but it really is amazing. Okay. All right. So, let me get back to here. The next app is when you want to add text to an image easily. So WordSwag is Apple, and Phonto is an app for Androids, and just awesome. So you just have the image, you can add different types of graphics, and they have like, I don't know, 100, you just tap on it, you put the words in, and it looks amazing. Okay. I use Loom to train visitors to my website how to use the search feature on my website, and it's embedded right on my website. Oh my God. Oh, this is Arnold. Awesome. That is awesome. I love that. What do you do? Notes to client. Look at this home I found you. Should I set up a tour? Love it. You do birthday notes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Pro's only $8 a month for Loom. Perfect. I think I paid annually. I'm pretty sure I paid annually, but yeah, totally worth it, right? Totally worth it. Thanks, you guys. Love your input. That's awesome. Okay. So let's also talk about, this is kind of like what you can do. Again, I can't remember. I think I have the paid version of WordSwag too, but I don't think you probably need it, but I wanted to put my logo on things. So this is actually not very, I could do better, couldn't I? That's not even very nice, but I took a picture, and then I just put top apps with Darci, agenttechmastery.com. And then I put my logo in there. It literally did it in 30 seconds because it's super fast. Okay. So again, WordSwag and Phonto, I don't know how you say that, for Android. Again, there's other ones, but those are the two I like. I always get asked also about driving apps. There are many, many mileage tracking apps. I'm just going to tell you the one that we love. And I say we, this is Terry. He loves it. He uses driver's note, and it has a beacon. And the beacon tells you every time the car starts moving and the app goes on, is this personal, is this business? And then it does this spreadsheet that you can just give to your accountant. It's so cool. What else did you say, Phil? Teaching clients how to use Matterport and the measuring tool on the Collaboration Center. Love that. Yeah, there's so many ways to use Loom. And the thing about Loom is they can comment in the video, right? And you can, for the paid version, you can put a call to action button for them to go to a website or go do something or whatever. It's really, really cool. Okay, love it. You can trim your videos. They just came out with the voice to text conversion as well. So it's really cool. Okay. So mileage tracking, there are many, many other mileage tracking out there. So yes, but that's the one we use. There's a US version and Canadian, and Terry loves it. Okay. Mapping. Let me just show you this map because a lot of times people don't realize that on your phone, there's built-in mapping. If you have the address, and this is when I was speaking at a conference in near Banff, it literally, I tapped on it.
To Northern Lights Wildlife.
Okay.
Proceed to Spray Avenue, then turn right.
So the address was in the calendar event. And so we were going to go to this from somewhere. And all I did is tap on the location, and the mapping feature comes on way faster than doing it in the car, and then automatically tells me how to get there. Like the mapping features in the apps, calendar apps are amazing. Okay. Super, super cool. Okay. So how are we doing for time? Not bad. Okay. So another app, and I'm sure that you guys have heard about this, and I have used this many times, is something called Fiverr. Now, it was called Fiverr back in the day because everything was $5. It is no longer $5, but if you don't know how to do something and you want to hire someone internationally, globally, Fiverr is your spot. So you can post a job, like let's say you want someone to do a Facebook banner page for you, or YouTube banner page for you. You can post it, or you can look for top ones that do that and then invite them or buy a job from them. Okay. I would always look at the reviews of people, you guys. There's always different costs for different things. If you're looking for a logo, you can get, you literally go on Fiverr and you can do anything. You can get voiceovers, you can get animations done, you can get anything done on Fiverr. Seriously, anything done on Fiverr. Has anyone used Fiverr? It really is remarkable. I mean, I don't know everything, and I also don't want, I might know how to do something, but I don't want to spend an hour to do it. And if it's going to cost me $50 on Fiverr to go get something done, I'd happily do that. Okay. Awesome. I took my ad page banner and they made it Christmas with a hat and snow falling for $5. Hey, Phil, you can use Verbal now to do that in like that. They have a Christmas stuff too, right? But for $5, you're right. Who cares? Get Fiverr to do it. They are awesome. The other thing that I get asked a lot about is scanners. Now, scanners, I cannot tell you how awesome scanning apps are. Amazing, because what I have seen over the course of many years is sometimes agents take pictures of documents and contracts. Don't do that. You're going to use a scanning app if you have to do a scan of something, and you're going to save it as a PDF. Okay. I use Scanner Pro. I absolutely love it. I know there are many other ones out there. The company who does Scanner Pro, I never know if I'm saying their name right. It's called Riaddle, I think. And they have some really cool apps. Their Scanning Pro app is amazing. I pay for it. And it also has this cool feature that is linked to my cloud storage. It says, do you want to save it to your cloud storage? So then I can just go to my computer and do what I want with that PDF or whatever. So cool. Scanner Pro, Cam Scanner is what the Android people say is awesome. Okay, so fantastic. Can you use the scanner in Notes on iPhone, Jenny? I believe you can, and I believe that Notes has its own version of this as well. Okay, I am an Apple user, an iPhone user, but I don't even use it for that because I use Scanner Pro for everything. I love Scanner Pro. Okay, hopefully that answered your question. Okay. Darci, for the benefit of touch-based users, could you please mention that clicking on the time request in your text message automatically adds it to your Google Calendar with the agent's phone number? A great reason to keep using TouchBase. That is fantastic. Thank you, Arnold. Did you guys get that? Okay. And it probably, I don't know exactly, but I'm going to guess that there's options to add to your Outlook calendar, your Yahoo calendar as well. Usually any app that works with calendars will give you a few different options to add it to the calendar that you use. Okay. So that is fantastic. Yeah. TouchBase is great. And Showing Time does something similar, right? I believe. If you Showing Time people can let me know. I'm pretty sure it does. Okay. All right. So another thing I'm going to talk about, yeah, it does. Okay, perfect. Is integrations of other things. And there's two platforms that the left-hand side is called Zapier and the right-hand side is called If This Then That. And they're kind of different. So Zapier can do complex automations. They're called zaps. I'll talk about that. It's a little bit harder to master. I've been using Zapier forever. I kind of don't use IFTT anymore, but you'll see the value of it because I decided I'm paying for Zapier because I wanted more complex automations. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, this will make more sense in a minute. So IFTTT means if this, then that. Okay, it's an old programming term. Back in my programming days, that's one of the terms we would use. So if it does this, then go do that, right? So this is the kind of stuff that IFTT can do. They call them recipes. Okay. Zapier calls them zaps, and these are called recipes. So just for example, if someone mentions you on Twitter, you'll get an email from IFTT. Okay. Email you the forecast every day at 7 a.m. Could do that. Back up all text to a spreadsheet. This is for Android users only. So this is a cool option that it can do. So Android users, if you're looking for that, and Apple, it does not work. The Ring doorbell that I was talking about, if a ring motion, then turn on the Wemo light during. So if you have a wireless light and it senses motion, it'll automatically turn the light on. That's cool, right? I think it's so cool. We used to use it for that. We don't have that set up anymore. But here's a good real estate tip to find leads on Twitter. Now, I don't know if everybody uses Twitter, but there may be ways to do this in other platforms. But if someone mentions open house or house hunt or house hunting or moving soon or moving to or headed for, and the word your city, Banff, Toronto, Vancouver, Kansas, whatever, wherever you are, right? It will send you a email. It's cool. Is it cool? Like there are millions of recipes, so it might be worth just going to look at it and get inspiration from the IFTT and the recipes that you can use. Okay. Okay. Now, Zapier. I absolutely love Zapier. It does what we call zaps, and we use this all day. Okay. So you could, now I have to always preface this with you guys as agents. If your systems are set up properly, if a lead comes in to your CRM, it should automatically update your contacts. Okay. So if you're, and that's what my whole career is, how systems are set up so that kind of stuff works. But Zapier could, if you have your CRM set up properly, and then you've got just a lead gen that doesn't talk directly to anything, you could say when that lead comes in from that, also add it to this, right? And it takes some understanding of how it works, but it's a really there. And again, their support's phenomenal. Again, I have the paid version of this. I love Zapier. Send a new YouTube videos to a Facebook page. So every time you do a new listing, send it to your Facebook page. So it'll automatically do stuff. I'm all about, like, if I don't have to manually do stuff, then get something else to do it, right? Because I'm not going to remember to manually do stuff unless it's in my CRM to say, do this. The next step is upload the video to Facebook and your LinkedIn and your blah, blah, right? Otherwise, you're going to get sidetracked and you're going to forget. And then 3 days later, it's like, did I do that? And then it's like, oh, forget it, right? You know what I mean? So if you can automate things, it's better. And then you could say, import your Facebook contacts into a spreadsheet or into somewhere. That's one of the zaps. Again, there's millions of zaps. So I'm just pulling some out that are kind of cool. There's many cool ones. If you're a Trello user, create a Trello task based on an email. You can create a Word document based on something. Like there's just, if you just think about how on earth can I do this by automation, there's a way to do it. Okay. So new CRM contacts to Google contacts, or new CRM contacts will go to Outlook contacts, maybe. But I can't stress enough, if you're using a Zap to do that new CRM contact to Google contacts or your contacts, your business is not set up properly. Okay. That's what I've done all day long for a decade. And I see this over and over again. Okay. So cool, right? Do you guys, anybody use IFTT or Zapier? It's super cool. You got to go look at it if nothing else. Okay. Let me just see. No questions. Okay. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about email, because that is like, email is the main thing that everybody lives by, email and texting. So you have a website, you can go watch my webinar. Ray, can you put up the Streamlined Agents again? And you can go book a chat with me if you're all confused about this. But basically my other webinar talks about having a proper domain, having a proper business email, having that all linked to cloud storage. And then that is linked to, no, that's not the right. Sorry, I just saw Ray put it. Yeah, can you remove that? I don't know what you just put there, but that's not what he meant to do. Please remove that. And then it's attached to the CRM. So in the perfect world, you update your CRM contacts, it updates your phone contacts or Outlook if you're using it, or Macmail if you're using it, or something, right? So another kind of cool tool, which I just kind of got back into, I was stopped using it and I literally just started using it again, is Unroll Me. So Unroll Me is, it kind of recognizes it'll go through your emails and it'll say, that's, something from, I don't know, I can't, a newsletter, MailChimp service, Constant Contact. They know they're kind of newsletter formats, and it doesn't unroll you, but it takes it out of your inbox and puts it in this one lump thing that you can go look at every day or every week. You set it up to do that. So it's a cool feature for sure. Unroll Me. And I missed, someone made a comment here. Do you recommend automation to a spreadsheet for receipts for taxes? I know that Terry does that, and maybe anyone else thank you, Julia, for that question. If anyone else knows the answer to that, I know that Terry does uses driver's note to do that. It goes to a spreadsheet and then he just does some minor adjustments and then he sends it off to the accountant for taxes. Okay. Okay. So again, let's talk about email, because this is what I see really rampant in your industry, is that agents run their business off at Gmail, at TELUS, at Shaw, AOL, Yahoo, iCloud, at Me, at Outlook, at MSN. Can I keep going on? At Hotmail, or your brokerage email. And I'm going to tell you that all of these things are bad, and they're bad for many reasons, but they're bad. Using your brokerage email is, now sometimes you can't control what the brokerage does, but what you give to your clients, you sure can. What's on your website, you sure can. But the brokerage email, maybe it's all great right now, right? But I can tell you stuff happens in life. You might move out of town and that brokerage isn't there anymore. Or maybe they change the managing broker and you don't like them and you want to switch. Like, life happens, right? If your clients for 5, 10, 20 years have had the brokerage email and then you switch, do you really think they're going to let you keep the brokerage email? No, they're not. So we want agents to own their data. I'm always about owning your own darn data. Okay, that's from website, that's from email, that's from cloud storage, that's from, like, if the brokerage owns all your stuff, that's not good. It's good for them, it's not good for you. Okay, so we want you to own your stuff. And to do that, you have to have your stuff set up on a properly configured business email. So when people go and do stuff and then they do it wrong, that's not good, right? And that's what we fix and help agents with. Excuse me, I'm talking too long, because you could have been in business for 8, 10, 30 years and never kept in touch with clients. And part of it is because you don't have the systems in place. And it really does stem from that top thing, domain and then email. And you can't figure out how to get all this stuff and you're chasing new leads. It really is all about missed opportunities in life and not fixing those things. So again, Ray's put the link on there before, streamlinedagents.com. It sends us to a page that has a bunch of different options that you can have. Excuse me, join our Facebook group, book a call with me, have me speak at your brokerage. I would love to speak at your brokerage about the top 4 things that help agents streamline their business. And if you do want that, we're kind of wrapping it up, but I also love to do a review of someone's website. Not everybody's here that signed up. So if you would like me to review your online social presence, can you say in the chat, put your full name, and I'll do a little research on you. And if I don't choose you, it's the first person who puts their stuff in. This is what's going to happen. Julia, you are fast. Okay, perfect. So I'll do Julia, but everybody else, you should stay and watch this, because you should be doing this on your own, reviewing your own stuff every 6 months or so. Okay. So I will do Julia's. Perfect. Thank you, Julia. So if you like or heard anything that would interested you and seeing if we're a good fit to kind of fix your stuff, you can go to agenttechmastery.com/apply, or that Streamlined Agents. The link is there. Bye, Maggie. Yep. And what we do really is we figure out what isn't working in your business that's causing you pain, stress, horrible stuff, why you're missing out on a lot of potential repeat and referral business, and how proper system setup can save you a whack of time and make you more money. Okay. Remember, scaling your business doesn't happen by itself. You need expert guidance to make it happen. And we've helped clients all over North America do just that. So they can spend more time with friends and family. I always make the joke now that maybe now with COVID, we don't want to spend more time with friends and family. We want to see other people. Love you, Terry. I want to see other people. Okay. But while increasing your revenue and making the world a better place. So you can go over to agenttechmastery.com/apply. And now let's review Julia. Are you guys ready? Please, 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 everybody needs to do this because we're going to find out maybe what Julia needs to fix in her business. Okay. So let's pretend that I interviewed a couple agents and now I'm just going to go review them because I'm selling my home. So I like them all the same, but I'm just going to go check out Julia and see what we find. So I go, what am I going to do? I'm just going to go Julia, Leon, and I might put realtor. We'll see what we find. It depends on how common a name it is. Okay. So Arnold, you're going to do this exact same thing. Okay. So she comes up, look at you. This is awesome. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm just going to close some of these windows I've got open here. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click the top ones that I find, and we're going to go look at them and see, are links broken? Do things make sense? Because what I find is people set things up and then they forget about it and they never look at it again. And then could you be losing business because they go, and I don't know, Julia, we haven't looked at yours yet, but I see it all the time that maybe the phone number's wrong or the email doesn't work or the contact us doesn't work. And, I filled it out, but you never got back to me. So I phoned Joe and now he's my agent. Like, is that a possibility? Right? So it's worth doing this. Okay. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to say open a new tab. And I right click this, open a new tab. You are with Remax. Open a new tab. What else we got? Realtor.ca, perfect. Facebook, right click, open a new tab. Oh, look at all your stuff here. Open a new tab, REW, open a new tab, and then I'll just do this one. I'll just kind of stop there, but you'll kind of get the gist of what I'm looking at, okay? So first we're gonna look at this first page. So if we're looking at this, this is great. So she's legit, she looks legit to me, right? That's great. So I also say, let's just say I found the website, and maybe not everybody would do exactly what I'm doing, right? But they might find you in different spots, okay? So I'm going to open up this and I'm going to see, does it direct properly? Now, does it, number one, does it keep me on the web page and open up another tab? That is what we want, okay? Because what happens is I might not know enough to get back to her page and then I just end up on Facebook. You always want it to open up another tab. That's fantastic. So this does look correct. You've got your website here. So does that redirect back? Because sometimes people change their website, then the links don't work. Things are broken. So far, Julia, good job. So let's go back over here. So in here, I'm just going to scroll down and we can see some, what's this? Oh, okay, it's just delayed. That's okay. No problem. So this is all your info here. Perfect. So you've got this. Okay. So this looks to me like it's one of the Remax websites, which is, I actually can't really tell, but I think that's what it is. Hold on. Remax is all caps, and most people don't know that, but I just know spelling of Remax has always kind of bugged me. It's all caps and it's RE/MAX. So it's not a big deal, but if you could fix it, that would be awesome. 1890, that's your info, 1890. One of the things is to have a clickable link of phone numbers. So, if I wanted to call you, I should be able to click on it. And if I'm on my phone, I should be able to click on it and call you on my phone, right? So that's just it's a pretty easy fix. And then perfect, what people are saying. So that'd be testimonials. That's probably what people would look at, right? Good. Your phone number and stuff is again here. More reviews. So Julia, you could put the widget here on this page. So you don't have to this is all manually done, right? So you literally can do what I showed you, what Terry did, and put the widget here. Does that make sense? So you don't have to manually do this. Okay. So let's go here. Perfect. Look at that, 4.99. That is awesome. So then people can go look at this and they can go look at the reviews, but this, you literally can have the widget here. Okay. So that is fantastic. And then the other thing that I would look at is contact us. And I would make sure, I'm not going to do it, but I would double check that this works and that you're getting the emails. Okay. And again, I don't love using the brokerage email. I don't know what your email is, but that is, I know how Remax works. I know how a lot of the other ones work, but Remax.net is a forwarder. I just personally would not be using that. You should put your actual business email here instead of the Remax.net. Maybe you'll be with Remax forever, but maybe you won't. Okay, just for food for thought. Phil, I love my RMA updates, my website automatically. I know, right? Awesome, because you don't have to remember to do something. It just automatically does it. Okay. Okay. So website, it looks good. It's clean. It doesn't have a lot of info, and I mean that in a good way. A lot of times we look at websites, and I think now less is more. Okay. If you've got like a gazillion things for people to click on, they get confused. It's like, what? Right. So I like that it's very clean. Okay. So now let's go to, we went to Rank My Agent. I'm sure all this info is correct. So see how this is hyperlinked? You can do that. So if I had a way to phone like Skype or whatever, or I clicked on this on my phone, I could literally phone you, but your website is not configured to do so. Okay. So, and why does it say, you know what? Hold on. I saw something. What did I see? No, maybe I didn't. Hold on. No, I'm confused. Let me go back. Let me go back to what people are saying. Go back here. I clicked here. I just noticed something, and maybe I just looked at it wrong. Yeah, I did. I looked at it wrong. Okay, good. So I definitely add the widget. Please add the widget. That makes more sense. Okay, cool. And then, let me go back here. We want to make sure that all the links work. So that's the right phone number. If you have an office number, great. We generally don't put the office number on. We don't want people phoning the office, but if you do, that's great. Just make sure it's right. The website looks good. Then we go over here to Facebook. Again, you've got the remax.net. I'd put your business email. Because what's happening anyhow, even if you're using a forwarding brokerage email, it forwards. And then so I email you at remax.net. And when you email me from your Yahoo or your Gmail or whatever, and it gets Hotmail, whatever it is, it gets very confusing. And honestly, it doesn't look professional. Okay. It does not look professional emailing from a Hotmail account when you are running a business. I am not emailing anybody from a Hotmail or Yahoo account. I'm emailing you from Darci at agenttechmastery.com. That is my website. That is a properly configured business email sent and configured properly. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so this looks pretty good. You got your phone number here. That's awesome. Love it. Let's now go to, that's that. Let's go, I already did that. Let me just close these. Now this is Remax. Okay, so my Remax friends, let me just look at this. Rank My Agent should also show here. If you went and looked at Terry's or Phil Legree, if you're using Rank My Agent, then when you're looking at Remax, it should show Rank My Agent on here. And for some reason, Julia, yours isn't configured. So if we went here, I'll just show you how it looks on Terry's. Now watch, again, I'm doing this live. Watch, it won't work. Right? Just because I'm trying to show you guys live. Come on, find an agent. Agent search. That's what I should have done first. User error. Okay. Find an agent. Allow. Yes. And I'm just going to put, come on. I'm going to put Terry. I'm going to put Terry Osty. Let's see if it finds them. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let's see if this is, maybe it's broken. I don't know. The Rank My Agent. Because Rank My Agent used to show right here. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm going to put a help desk ticket into Rank My Agent saying, where is it? Because it should be showing right here. Okay, so something is wrong with that. Okay, let's get back to so little things like that, right? And software stops working. And so I've noticed this every once in a while. So, and I do report it to Rank My Agent, and they'll talk to Remax. It's usually, I think, Remax's side, but they will fix it. Let's go back to Julia. So this is remax.ca. Again, every brokerage has their own profile. So I'm showing Remax, but your brokerage has your profile somewhere. Are the links correct? Is the information correct? Have you updated it? Can you update more than the information that is there? And what I find is most people don't. but the public has access to this and will see it. So if there's a spot to put bio information or your awards or testimonials or whatever, do it, right? I see this so many times, you guys, that this part, and she has, very good, you've updated this. So you've got your awards are automatic, but make sure they're correct. But this stuff she's added because she's done it on the profile side. Okay, good job, Julia. I don't have much to say except those few. Oh, look. Realtor.ca. Okay, this is how Remax.ca should show, but Realtor.ca, see how it shows her rankings because it's integrated. Cool, right? So if I was looking at the agent here on Realtor.ca and another agent who doesn't show any rankings, Julia would win, right? Because it says, oh, look at her, she's got 34 reviews, and the other guy I'm looking at on Realtor.ca shows nothing. Doesn't mean he doesn't have any. It just doesn't show because he's using something else. Does that make sense? This is literally how Terry gets lots of business, because people find him through here or directly through a search, and Rank My Agent shows up. I cannot stress this enough. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So you'd go and you'd look at everything. Is the brokerage right? Is the office website right? Is the realtor website right? Is the phone number right? Is this information right? And then see how in realtor.ca they link all the testimonials to it. Same with realtor.com, American Friends. Okay, same thing. So just double check that it all works. And I think we looked at that. We did. And then LinkedIn, same thing. What LinkedIn does, you guys, okay, and this is perfect because it doesn't show. LinkedIn by default, it's different for agents. If you're working at a bank, you wouldn't do this, but for agents, you put your phone number and your email and make it public. LinkedIn hides those by default. So if I was in LinkedIn and I went, oh, I'm going to go call Julia, you don't make it easy for me because it's all hidden. So you have to go into LinkedIn and make those public. Okay. Otherwise, I mean, it looks good. You'd want to make sure this is the current bio. And any other stuff is actually current. Okay, so all this other stuff is current, which looks good. And I think, yeah, this one we can't do much change anymore on REW because they want you to pay unless you want to pay for them. Let's go over here. And then this is Remax Global. So again, for different brokerages, you want to go on your local, like Western Canada or Eastern Canada, however it works in your region. And then you want to look at the global version if there is one and see, is the stuff correct? If I phone, is that the right phone? If I email, is that email work? Okay. If I test sending a message, we do really test this every 6 months. And sometimes we find maybe this isn't working. And then we have to do a support ticket. Could you be losing business because of it? Yes. Okay. All right. So I think that's it. You missed what you said on how you make your phone show on LinkedIn. I can't show you. You can Google how to do that, but you go into your profile on LinkedIn under the profile settings, and there is an option to just make it public, your profile email and your profile phone number. Okay. And your website too, I think. All those three. You want to make everything public that you want people to find, like me, if I go to LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. We're only over a little bit. I said it. Do you want me to review anyone else's? I'm happy to, because I think we said we were going to be an hour and a half, but I made it short today for some reason. So Andrew, are you still, who else wanted a review? Let me just go back. Arnold, are you still around? Do you want me to look at your stuff? Would that be helpful? Okay, let me just see. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat. He may have left. Does anybody else want me to do a review? Sorry, Andy, do you want me to do a review, or are you just saying hello? I can't tell. Okay, yes. Okay. It's DARCI. Just FYI. Okay, let's do one more just so you can see it. Okay, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing, but literally, you guys, put this in your calendar. Put it in your CRM to review your website, your online presence, at least every 6 months or so. Okay. Okay. Wonderful info. Yeah. I need to hire you to do some work soon. Yeah. Well, all I do is, we'll just go back to this for a minute. agenttechmastery.com/apply. All I do is help agents, and all I do is chat with you to see if you're a good fit for my program. Okay, so if you're a great fit for my program, that's awesome. If not, I hope I can help you out, but just go to agenttechmastery.com/apply. We'll do a follow-up email. I think you'll get it tomorrow anyhow. Okay, so let's now look at Andy. Hold on, Andy. I'm just going to write this down. Andy Bukowski. Okay, so same thing. I'm doing the exact same thing. Okay, I'm going to Google Andy. That's you. I'm going to right click, open a new tab, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm hoping this is all you. Sometimes we don't know, right? Because it might be a common name. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure, but again, your client wouldn't know either, right? So I'm just going to leave. Oh, there's a lawyer that's Andy too, isn't there? I think. Okay. 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 So, oh, another Remaxer. Okay. So Andy, let's just take a look at this. So first things are, I want to just see, okay, your Ubitor. Okay. So yeah, I don't love Gmail, so don't love that. But let's just, realtor spelt right. Yay. Way to go. Most people don't spell realtor right with the capitals and the registered trademark. Okay, so that's cool. Look at your cool thing spinning. Okay, let's see how cool they are. Do they actually work? I'm going to tap on that. Good. They open up in a new tab. Perfect. So we look at this. There's a search feature. There's Andy. Looks good. And I'm not going to look at everything, but just contact Andy. Like, let's say I want to contact him. Is it? Yeah, you're going to make me fill out a form. So make sure that the forms work. Okay. That's one thing, is just double check that your forms work, and these are hyperlinked. Okay, your numbers aren't hyperlinked, and I'd really put them hyperlinked on the banner so you don't have to put them everywhere else, but that's just me, just try to make it easy. Perfect. Okay, so that looks good. Listings, home, and usually I would guess, like, when I'm buying a service, a product, something, I want to look at the testimonials, right? So I'm looking, I don't see, it may be buried in here. I'm just, how much time would I want to look? I don't know. No, I don't know where it is, but that might just throw me, because I want to see people saying how awesome you are. You want to see how awesome I am? You can go to my website, and right there, there's testimonials of people who've run through my program and looked at it, right? Okay, we'll go here. Good. Okay, so you've opened this up. Does it work? That's the thing. Perfect. Way to go. The link works. Awesome. So I might say that's a company website. Personal website's okay, but that you've made public so we could see it. So we want your phone number, we want your email address. Just don't make it hard for me to get a hold of you. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, okay, back here. Okay, yep. So the link works. That hopefully that's your phone number. Again, you're using the remax.net. Don't love that. You want your proper business email configured on the proper business email server. Set up a chat. I feel like we've talked, but I've talked to so many people. Okay, so LinkedIn we looked at already. That's this one. Oh, I don't think that was you. Is that you? I don't know if that's you. So let's go over here. Is this you? Probably not, because it doesn't say. I don't know if this is you or not. So I can't tell on these ones. I'd have to do a little more digging. I don't think that's you either. And I don't know if this is you either. So I might look, if I was really going to research your stuff, I'd try and figure out what one is your Twitter account, your Face or your Instagram account, and look and just see. We want to make sure all links are there, that you are, if you're using it as business, you usually have to put the brokerage information on all the platforms that you use. The link should be clickable. Your phone number should be viewable and easy to find. So if I'm using Twitter, I can easily find you. Does that make sense? Yeah, that isn't you. Yeah. But just quickly, right? So just look at all your stuff. Again, if you're using a Gmail account, you might want to set up a call with me to discuss why that's a problem. Optically, it's a problem, but also business-wise, it's a problem. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. We've lost a few people because we're running over, but we will see you. Let me just see you guys, because we have got another webinar. We did the Q&A. You'll get a follow-up email tomorrow. And our next webinar, we're going to actually talk about Gmail tips and tricks. That is April 29th. You'll get an email. We post it in our Facebook groups as well. And that will be the same thing. We'll pick someone to review their presence at the end, and hopefully we'll see you there. And again, if you do think that you need some help, which most agents do, just go to agenttechmastery.com/apply and set up a time. I am pretty busy in the next couple of weeks, so it might be a little bit out, but we will eventually talk. So thanks a lot, you guys, and have a fantastic rest of the week, and we'll talk soon. Okay. All right.